Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us. Property taxes have been a hot topic in South Dakota for a while now, and this legislative session, more than 10 bills have already been introduced on the issue.
And as we prepare to hear even more about property taxes throughout the next few months, we want to better understand them. That's tonight's Your Money Matters. On a base level, property taxes are described as levies imposed on real estate. But what exactly does that mean? Kyle Copeland, an assistant professor of economics at Black Hills State University, breaks it down for us.
Property taxes are a fraction that you pay on the assessed value of whatever unit that you own. For most people, that's going to be a house. For other people, it's agricultural property, and it also applies to commercial businesses.
Copeland says the main driver behind property taxes being so heavily discussed right now is inflation.
House prices are a price that increase with the rate of inflation. And so if inflation is high, then prices are high, and that's going to impact the equalization office and assessor's office's estimate of market value, which by the fixed equalization rate affects assessed value. So if market value goes up, assessed value is going to go up as well.
Services funded by property taxes include schools, fire and police stations, streets, libraries, and more. And the budget needs for those services can also determine how much property tax you pay.
Now, especially counties and cities have what's called a revenue cap, which means that as assessed value increases, the statutory rate will go down. And so for most people, that will be one-for-one offset. But school districts don't have a revenue cap. So if your assessed value increases, then the school district portion of your property tax payment becomes a larger portion.
In South Dakota, Copeland says property taxes are very important because there's no state income tax.
So the state of South Dakota relies heavily on sales taxes. Local governments rely heavily on property taxes. And so it's one of the most important ways in which our local governments provide services in South Dakota.
In an effort to better understand property taxes, we want to hear from those directly impacted by them. If you're a property owner willing to talk to us, send me an email or message me on Facebook.